So we're set to go. Heat number 3. This will be mini rock. Good looking field of drivers. David Morales inside of row number 1 in the 107. Outside, scheduled is the 55 of Reese Gold. In row number 2, Gianluca Petikoff, Alessandro Formalo in the 11X. Michael DeFrancesco in the 130, scheduled 5th. 6th, it'll be Ricardo Villasmil in the 34. Axel Cabrera in the 66, starting 7th. Starting in the 8th spot, the 157 of Tyler Gonzalez. Derek Aramonte in the 103, starting 9th. Gio Vermonti in the 33, starting 10th. Zachary Hollinshead in the 456, scheduled 11th. Anthony Formalo starting 12th in the number 12. Starting 13th, the 08 of Devin Buteau. Nia Solar in the 125, starting 14th. Cody Crooker in the 27, starting 15th. Jason Wellage in the 5, starting 16th. Gianno Torino starting in the 17th position in the number 188. Starting 18th, the 00, Landon Kelly. 19th will be the 113 of Jordan Hefner. Jeremy Fairbairn in the 87, starting 20th. Chet Nolan in the 12X, 21st. Jade Hubert in the 29, 22nd. Dumajan in the 08, scheduled in the 23rd spot. So this will be your mini rock, 12 laps. Heat number 1, Ricardo Villasmil had an outstanding run, scored the victory in heat number 1. Gianluca Petikoff scored the win in heat number 2. And yellow flag out, so no start, no start. Again, looking at the results from heat number 1 on Saturday. Villasmil scored the win. David Morales picked up that 2nd spot. DeFrancesco, very solid run in heat number 1. DeFrancesco picked up 3rd. Reese Gold 4th. And your points leader, Gianluca Petikoff, top 5 in heat number 1. A little bit later on in Saturday, Gianluca Petikoff, heat number 2, scored the victory. Villasmil finishing 2nd. Armonti finishing in the 3rd spot. Tyler Gonzalez, good run for Tyler Gonzalez, top 5 finish. Finished 4th in heat number 2. And heat number 2, it was DeFrancesco picking up the win, the 5th place finish in heat number 2. So DeFrancesco finishing 5th in heat number 2. So nice looking field of drivers, 23 in the field. And we're set to go. It'll be heat number 3. As we come to you from the Ocala Grand Prix here in Ocala, Florida. Rock Cup USA race weekend number 4, day number 2. The field will come off the top of the oval. Morales in row number 1. Green is out. We're underway. Field to head down into turn number 1. And we'll scratch the 55 of Reese Gold, not in the field, so that pushed the 107 of David Morales and Petikoff to row number 1. So they're underway. They'll make their way to the hairpin turn for the first time. And earlier on Saturday, David Morales had set quick time with a 40.148. Morales finished 2nd in heat number 1. Dropped his 6th place finish in heat number 2 for David Morales. So field cycles around. Right now they are led by the 107 of David Morales. David down into turn number 1. He'll bring the field into the chicane. Top 3 drivers pretty well, nose to tail. A little bit of problem there. Again, a couple karts did get together. So we have several drivers dropping out. And you see him coming off of the top of that hairpin turn, trying to get some of those karts out of the way. And in the meantime, coming to the tree turn, got a brand new leader as they work off the tree turn. So Gianluca Petikoff going to settle into that top position. They'll work their way off the top half of that oval. They'll come down the front stretch. So brand new leader, Gianluca Petikoff. He's got Villasmil right on his heels. Again, another great start for Villasmil as they work through the chicane. Yeah, Ricardo Villasmil been very solid. Scored the win in heat number 1. Villasmil finished 2nd, right behind the guy he's chasing down of Gianluca Petikoff as they work off the top of that hairpin turn. Good 3-kart battle making their way into that tree turn. Petikoff holding on to that top position. Villasmil running 2nd. As now they'll work their way into the top half of that oval. Again, a good side-by-side battle now as they work through that second place position. And that's the 130 all of a sudden going to make some noise. DeFrancesco knocking on the door, bulls up into that second spot. Good three-cart battle through that chicane. So DeFrancesco's been very solid. Finished third in heat number 1 and a top 5 finish in heat number 2. And an exchange now for the lead as they come through that hairpin turn. As Gianluca going to stay right back at it. Boy, he is being under pressure now as they come off that tree turn. DeFrancesco having a strong run early on as they come down the front stretch. Now DeFrancesco to go to the inside. He's got the lane. And looks like he's got the room. But again, he'll take the lead away. Third different leader right now as they head through the chicane. 4 laps in, we've seen 3 different leaders. And this one's a long way from being over. Look at this freight train. 4th on back. You got about 6, 7, 8 carts all moving around as they work through that hairpin turn. So up front, DeFrancesco in the 130. Third different leader. Points leader, Gianluca Petikoff sitting right in the meat of the sandwich, holding on the second. Running in the third spot, Ricardo Villasmil. He's got a win already so far this weekend. Now Ricardo going to take a shot at that second place position. Going to have the door shut on him. He'll stay in tow in behind the 101 of Gianluca Petikoff. The Majin in the quick time bracket with a 40.348. Still deep in the field. And it's been a good 3-cart battle. Boy, look at this freight train of traffic. 4th place on back as they come off that tree turn. And traffic now heads to the top of the oval. This will pick up 6 down, 6 to go. Halfway point as they head to the line. Looks like top 3 drivers, single file. So again, 6 down, 6 to go. Halfway, 3 different leaders so far. Right now, it's DeFrancesco in the 130 is your race leader. Points leader, Gianluca Petikoff, again, still in the meat of that sandwich. Villasmil sits back in third. Both Gianluca Petikoff and Villasmil winners so far in the heats. And we might see yet a third different winner here in heat number 3. DeFrancesco's got something to say about it right now. He's got about a 2-cart length advantage to the top of the oval. And they'll work down the front stretch. 7 laps complete this time by. Now Villasmil going to make the attack as he tries to get around. Gianluca, he'll get right back on the tires of that second place cart, Gianluca Petikoff. They'll head through that chicane. Great race going on behind these drivers. All of a sudden, this second pack of carts are starting to close in on the top 3. And they are definitely coming. Now we're going to see us change for that 4th spot. Little bit of maneuvering going on for 4th. Meantime, DeFrancesco continue to hold on to that top position. Again, that's the 107 fighting his way right back up there, David Morales. David now 4th. He picked up 2 positions. David Morales coming hard now, lap number 6. Morales had a pretty good lap time as he tries to keep up that cart, that 107, trying to bring it to the front. Morales with a 40.306. Unfortunately, DeFrancesco, your leader, 40.248. Nice spot to be as your leader and clicking off quick time. So good run going for your race leader. Nice to be up front. Nice to have that support of a quick lap time. And DeFrancesco right now has got a good 3-cart length advantage to the top of the oval. So there's your leader down into turn number 1. Solid run going for the 157. Again, knocking on the door, Tyler Gonzalez in the top 5. Again, Tyler's been there pretty much all weekend. Again, look at Tyler Gonzalez, qualified 8th on Saturday. Tyler finishing 9th in heat number 1 and had a solid top 5 finish in heat number 2. So keep it on at 157. Could be dangerous when we get into that pre-final. But your leader, again, just talking about Tyler Gonzalez, lap 9, 40.184. That's the overall quick cart right now, Tyler Gonzalez. And Tyler's still a little ways behind your leaders. Again, going to work again. Villasmil trying to gain all he can. He works around Gianluca Petikoff, so that'll put Villasmil in the second with 2 to go. So we may see yet another Heat winner. Villasmil, earlier winner yesterday. Gianluca Petikoff, Heat winner. And now it looks like DeFrancisco holding on to that top spot. There's your leader, white flag up, final circuit to go. 3 different leaders, and right now, DeFrancisco, your leader through the chicane. Again, Petikoff keeping the heat on Villasmil as now they'll make their way to that hairpin turn. That's your top 3 drivers. They make their way to the top of the hairpin turn. So DeFrancisco got to hang on to a couple more turns, and we will see our 3rd different winner here so far. Working on our mini rock. Final lap as your leader heads to the top of the oval. And they'll work down that front stretch. Here he comes. DeFrancisco will score the win. Picking up second will be Villasmil. Petikoff coming home in the 3rd spot. So 3rd different winner here in heat number 3. DeFrancisco will pick up the win. Again, keep an eye on Villasmil finishing 2nd. Ricardo Villasmil, 2 second place finishes so far. And a win for Ricardo. So again, keep an eye on Ricardo in that 34.